Jenna Ortega was Hollywood's good girl, getting her start as a recurring lead in Jane the Virgin. Jenna Ortega became a Disney star at age 14, doing 57 episodes of Stuck in the Middle. She had success, but at 18 she flipped the script and began doing adult roles. The first change for the show You, playing a 15-year-old who wants to date a grown man in the psychological thriller, and after that she entered the movie world, doing horror comedy movies like Babysitter Killer Queen in the Scream franchise. And this led her to her most adult role, X, where in X Jenna Ortega stars in a full-on horror movie, playing an actress doing a porno that goes horribly wrong, shooting a mix of provocative and gore-heavy scenes. And the casting was originally met with criticism because Jenna Ortega auditioned for the role a week after turning 18, and doing X was the reason Jenna Ortega had her biggest role yet, Wednesday. Which getting cast for Wednesday was one of the most competitive roles in Hollywood, with legendary director Tim Burton doing the show, it being a spin-off to the popular Addams Family franchise, and hundreds of actresses auditioned to try and get the role. But what if for Jenna Ortega was she got shot, literally, or Jenna Ortega was filming the scene next her character was shot in the head, and a prop gun was used but was still powerful enough to cut Jenna's forehead, and Jenna Ortega had an audition for Wednesday with Tim Burton an hour later, and both the makeup artist and medical crew offered to fix the cut for the audition, but Jenna Ortega liked the look, and she asked the makeup crew to give her more blood, saying she wanted to look insane when meeting Tim Burton. They listened, not treating her cut, covering her face and outfit with fake blood, and Jenna Ortega got on the Zoom call with Tim Burton to do the audition, and Tim Burton was shocked seeing Jenna Ortega covered in blood, with one producer in the call even being afraid, and Tim Burton just started laughing with that. Jenna Ortega was Wednesday, which is an example of an audition risk, like when Jada Pinkett Smith auditioned for Gotham, where Jada brought a man on a leash to the audition with lipstick on his head writing The Liar, or what she does to Will on weekends. But back to Jenna Ortega, filming Wednesday was tough, where Tim Burton put a very tough rule on her, and that's that she couldn't blink. The way that happened was early on Jenna Ortega filmed a 30-second scene without blinking, and Tim Burton looked at her saying it was perfect. He also said now she couldn't blink for any scenes for the rest of the show, and that's because Tim Burton is a fan of director Stanley Kubrick, who is famous for his villains in movies like The Clockwork Orange and The Shining never blinking, and even movies like Harry Potter made not blinking part of the lore, saying wizards can't do spells of blinking, and there are no special contacts or camera techniques not to show blinking, so Jenna Ortega just had to focus and avoid blinking at all times, sometimes filming scenes for over half an hour and never blinking once. But Jenna Ortega got good at her fast and said not blinking came to her naturally and she forgot she was even doing it. And Jenna Ortega did have one very fun but also embarrassing moment. When making the show, Jenna Ortega filmed the scene doing a gothic dance at her school. Doing it with no training as a dancer, she arranged all the choreography herself, styling the dance scene off gothic dance videos she saw from the 1980s. And with no training or help at all, she delivered the most memorable scene in the series. All from Jenna Ortega just acting crazy. So for Jenna Ortega's career, she's chosen not to stay at Disney Star, where many actresses like Hilary Duff get stuck in the role forever. Jenna Ortega has followed the Miley Cyrus example of going edgy until people see her as an adult star and not a Disney star. And with that, Jenna Ortega is now Wednesday Addams, covered in blood, not blinking, doing her gothic dance, and #1 on Netflix.